Do you guys remember the great bull run of April 2020? It was epic. The price surged to 9.2K. It was the time of our lives. People were picking out Lambos and measuring yachts for helipads. The question people want to know now is, was that it? Is it over? That's what some traders are saying. Find out if they're correct. Let's get it. Welcome to BitBoyCrypto News Edition. Once per day, I'm here to break down the biggest news stories in the space for you. So if you want to know where Bitcoin and altcoins are heading to, then please make sure you hit the subscribe button and join both my Telegram groups, the Bit Squad for just regular crypto chat, and also Bit Squad traders to discuss trading strategies. It's a great place to bounce ideas off people. All right, guys, today we are mostly going to be focusing on the price of Bitcoin and where it could be going. We're going to be taking a look at whether or not altcoins will be pumping as well. Later in the video, I'm going to be showing you guys a new IOST dApp that is making huge waves that I just put $2,000 of my own IOST into, and I'm looking to make some big returns on that. And at the end of the video, I'm also going to be showing you guys why one whale believes that Bitcoin is going to absolutely crash, and I'm going to give you my opinion on that. All right, guys, so here we are. I've got the Bybit chart pulled up on TradingView, and I want to be honest with you guys. I lost a lot of money today. I made a trade, and I lost a considerable amount of money on this buy signal right here. Now, here's the important thing. The important thing is, when I saw this buy signal here on FOMO Trender, I said to myself, I feel like it's about to pop. I mean, we had just gone up to about 9K. It pushed back down. I bought somewhere in this range right here, and I was excited. I thought, man, we are really going to pump. So I went with irresponsible leverage, not 100x. Somebody messaged a friend of mine who created this FOMO Trender indicator and said, man, I traded 75x and I lost my money. You can't trade at 75x. 25x is irresponsible leverage, which may be about where I was at today. But here's the thing, guys. This is what happened. I made this trade, and it was not... there was no reason for me to make this trade, because when you look at the FOMO Trader indicator or FOMO Trender indicator here, it gave the buy signal, but we were still in the sell zone. So what you want is you want to line this up, your buy indicator, with the green zone. So right here, for instance, you get the buy signal. It's in the green zone. That's how things line up. That's how you know to fire the trade. But I got antsy. I decided, you know what? I'm just going to fire off a trade. I'm going to gamble a little bit here. I'm going to go ahead and just go on what I feel like the market is going to do. And I didn't wait for the confirmation, and I got absolutely crushed. So just a reminder, when you guys are leverage trading, if you're using indicators, wait for them to line up. Don't be like me. Don't be a degenerate gambler and things like that. Because if I would have waited, then I would have seen we're clearly in sideways action here. We're in an accumulation zone, similar to where we were about here, similar to where we were right here. We're just in one of these accumulation zones, and that's okay. But sometimes people really feel like they need to overtrade, and I'm certainly guilty of it as well. So if you do want to leverage trade responsibly, don't go 75x. You guys can check out Bybit, use my link, and you can get $90 for free, but just make sure you're being responsible. Don't take a big loss like I did today. Okay, so we're going to take a quick look at the markets here on coinmarketcap.com. Bitcoin coming in at 88.64, Ethereum 214. XRP was at 23 cents, dropped down to 22. Biggest winners of the day, HBAR coming up huge, a 20% gainer today. That is a beautiful chart. Biggest losers of the day, we got UBT coming in at second with a 5.5% drop. It is on quite the correction over the last couple days. But what I really want to show you guys is the Bitcoin dominance level. This is a huge number that is tied to whether or not altcoins are going to pump. Right now, it's coming in at 65%. What we want to see is that number come down. When you pull up the chart, you can look, you see there is a very clear correlation between the Bitcoin dominance level and the rise of altcoins. So you look here, Bitcoin dominance level goes down, altcoin levels go up. And for altcoin season to happen, that's really what you need. The biggest alt seasons were when these coins were peaking the highest. This spot right here and then this spot right here. Kind of hard because this thing always pops up and I really hate it. That's what she said. But anyways, guys, right now we're looking at, when you look right here at September of 2019, we are in a clear downtrend in Bitcoin dominance. It was at about 70%. It's gotten down all the way down to about 63% earlier this week. And we want to see that continue to fall. And if we do, we could get the altcoin season that a lot of people are thinking we'll get pre-halvening. So speaking of the halvening, BitConsensus has what is considered to be a more accurate halving countdown. It basically goes off of the current hash rate, not the average hash rate over a period of time, which this number on the bottom here is what you'll get for the main Bitcoin halving countdown. But as you guys can see right now, we're mining a little bit faster. So as of this moment, it looks like the halving could be on May 11th, not on May 12th. So we'll have to stay up to date and watch this. But right now, this article from CoinDesk really points out how much faster Bitcoin's being mined at the exact moment right now. Bitcoin miners usually create 6 blocks per hour. They just banged out 16. So the excitement around Bitcoin to get as much mined as you can before the halving, before those blocks rewards are reduced, is really, really key right now for miners. So we might see the halving speed up a little bit. Everybody wants it to be on the 12th. Maybe it could even be as early as the 10th. A while back when Bitcoin was really pumping earlier in the year, people thought it might even end up being at the end of April. So we'll just have to see and watch this date to see if it actually happens earlier than people are expecting. Okay, so Bitcoin's been doing really well, but is it over? Was that it? Well, let's see what some traders are saying about the current price action surrounding Bitcoin. So one thing is, when you look at the BTC futures, the aggregated daily volumes here, you will see that obviously we have had a huge surge in volume for futures trading. That includes Bybit, BitMEX, OKX, BitMEX, all of these that we've talked about in the last couple of days. But you'll see, if you look, the last time it did really well, that was sell action. That was when the price was crashing. So the thing about futures trading is you can ride it up or you can ride it down. So anytime there's a lot of action on the market, you're going to see that surge, whether or not it is positive or negative, depending on how you look at it, buying or selling action. So as you can see here, we've had a huge amount of volume increase in the last couple of days. Now, some people believe that, we're in a very bullish scenario for Bitcoin. As you can see right here, one trader, a founding partner at BitBoyCrypto Capital, says 9,500, though, despite the bullish action, is a logical place for BTC to take a breather. And I kind of think I agree with him here, because the question is, do we really want to surge to 10K and get rejected at 10K again? It almost seems better, in my opinion, for Bitcoin to hover right below 10K before the halving occur, maybe see the price retrace back to about 8,500, somewhere around there, before making that final push above 10K. And hopefully, when that happens, we'll never see prices below 10K again. So there are some more bullish scenarios here. One trader says, I personally think the local top is in. Little premature to call it, but looks like an SFP of the 9.2 liquidity void. Bears blown the F out. Believers, euphoric, would want to see 84x hold for continuation. Otherwise, 7.7K to 8K is the next area of interest to long. So those are some key levels to be looking at. Now, before we get to our story about a whale that says Bitcoin is going to crash, I did want to talk to you guys a little bit about PowerMine. Now, I will say this, thank you to PowerMine for sponsoring this segment. However, after I did this, I actually put more of my own money into PowerMine, put about $2,000 of IOST into PowerMine to stake, to buy PMine, the token. I put more money into it than I was paid to do the segment. So I want you guys to understand that this is something that I really do believe in. I've vetted the guys who are behind this extremely well. I think they would probably, they're probably knowledgeable about me vetting them at this point. And this is something that I do think is a really good opportunity for people that are into IOST or into making passive income with dApps to check out. So let's look at exactly what PowerMine is. PowerMine diversifies the bankroll across multiple investments within different sectors and chains of crypto. The end goal is to have as many different assets providing returns for PMine holders and hedge the bankroll by being extremely diversified. Some of the current types of assets we're in include both Ethereum and Tron DeFi, Uniswap, liquidity pools, bankroll save, bankroll swap, Tron Prime. We also have some exposure to staking tokens such as IOST, which is diversified across high-yield nodes, Bitcoin interest earning positions, and so much more. In order for an investment to happen, the bankroll has to fund it. It's got to fit certain criteria of investments. The investment needs to have a great chance of appreciating in value in the future or producing cash flow. The daily distributions to PMine holders depend on the profits the bankroll makes, so having a diversified portfolio and thoroughly studied assets is very important. The goal is to grow both the bankroll and the distributions always from a fundamental investor and long-term perspective. PMine simplifies having to spend countless hours researching multiple projects and provides the maximum level of diversification. As an individual investor, in order to match the diversification and hedging that PMine gets, it requires a lot of time, which most investors just don't have. Additionally, the team and the core community members have been in crypto and in the dApp DeFi space since the start, so they have previous experience to use it to PMine's advantage. With PMine, you can look for time efficiency, diversification, growing cash flow, and risk hedging. You should check it out today. If you want to check out PowerMine, I will put the link down in the description. And then also, they do have a perpetual dice game coming soon. Right now, it's just staking, but there will be a dice game as well. So I will put that information down below along with their Telegram link. But I do want to talk about this story because I think this story is very important, guys. Bitcoin whale suggests BTC price will crash. Halving is priced in. Now, this is the same thing we saw people saying during 2016, but check this out. So this is a Bitcoin whale, and ironically, it's the same Bitcoin whale we looked at yesterday who is down millions of dollars as he is shorting the market. Joe 007, a big trader on Bitfinex, he says, "No, of course not. It's not priced in. On the very day of the great halving, everybody will finally realize how underpriced BTC is, and they will all rush to buy it in droves with their unemployment checks." So he's saying that very sarcastically, basically implying that because the stock market will continue to not do well, that people are not going to have money to go and buy Bitcoin. And he's put his money where his mouth is. As you guys can see, we looked at yesterday, he is down $11 million in a short. Now, here's the question that I would want to look at here, which is this a fake out by this guy? Okay, yeah, he's down $11 million and he is putting his money where his mouth is in a short, but he's such a big whale that money's not really that significant to him. So a lot of times we see whales manipulate the market. So is that his way of doing this? Is he trying to manipulate the market maybe to go up higher to the upside? We usually see whales manipulate market down instead of up, but if we are starting a big bull trend, then maybe we might see that change. So definitely something to watch out. In my opinion, I still think, look guys, you guys know this if you watch my channel, I am definitely more bullish than bearish. I'm bullish almost all the time. If I even say something relatively bearish on this channel, people destroy me over it and things like that. I am bullish. I do think the price of Bitcoin is going above 100K. I think it's eventually going to get to $1 million. I think the halving is going to see a huge pump. We will see a drop, in my opinion, immediately following the halving. I do think we will see that. But ultimately, the price is going up, and I think it's going to go up significantly. We could see the price drop back in the $6,000 to $7,000 range. But I would probably think that really the $7,000 range might be where we end up before, after the halving. Maybe if we get up high enough, it could drop back down to 8K or so. But, when we have whales saying this is definitely something we have to pay attention to. So let me know what you guys think. Tell me what your thoughts are on the Bitcoin halving. Do you think that we've seen all of the pump we're going to see before the halving? Do you think we have another leg up? Do you think we'll break 10K? Drop all those answers down below in the comment section. Would love to hear what you have to say. And I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to smash the like button and hit subscribe to become a member of the Bit Squad. Thank you so much for watching. Have a blessed day. BitBoy out.